Family vacations through the decades, a journey of fun, memories, and change. 1950s, Smoky Mountain simplicity. Back in the 1950s, a simple road trip to the Smoky Mountains was the dream vacation for many families. A full tank of gas barely costs a few dollars, and for just around $300, a family of four could enjoy a full week of fresh mountain air. They stayed in small, cozy motels and filled their days hiking scenic nature trails, spotting deer, and riding the Ober-Gatlinburg tram for just $4 round trip. Groceries were bought locally, meals were cooked or enjoyed at diners, and an exciting day trip to Dollywood was only $10 per person. Vacations weren't fancy, but full of joy, laughter, and the great outdoors. As the 1980s rolled in, families headed south to Orlando, Florida, where Disney World had become the ultimate destination. Gas prices were about $1.25 a gallon, and for around $50 in fuel, families from nearby states like North Carolina could drive in for the fun. Some stayed in magical Disney hotels for around $65 a night, while others chose off-site motels to save money at $40 a night. After settling in, they splurged on theme park food and restaurant meals, spending about $200 weekly. But the highlight? 2 thrilling days at Disney World, with $18 per person tickets. For a family of 4, the trip cost about $675. But the memories of Space Mountain and fireworks over Cinderella's castle were priceless. The 1990s brought a taste for big city adventure. One popular destination? New York City. Families drove in from cities like Chicago, spending about $60 on gas. They stayed in budget motels outside the city to save money, paying around $80 per night. Food was an experience in itself. New York slices, hot dogs from street carts, and classic diners, and cost around $250 for the week. Entertainment was rich with culture, climbing the Empire State Building, catching a Broadway matinee, and exploring world-famous museums. All that added about $150 to the cost. A trip to the Big Apple costs just over $1,000, but the energy, lights, and landmarks make every penny worth it. By the 2000s, many families turned to the great outdoors. National parks like Yellowstone became top vacation spots. From Denver, a family could drive out for about $100 in gas. Instead of hotels, they pitched a tent or parked a camper at $20 a night, spending just $140 for the whole week. They cooked their meals over campfires, spending around $100 on groceries. A week-long park pass cost $25, and ranger programs, hikes, and animal sightings were free. With nature as their playground, families could enjoy an incredible adventure for just $365, less than a night at a fancy resort. In the 2010s, families set sail for tropical adventures. One popular choice was a 5-day cruise to the Bahamas. First, they'd fly to Miami, which cost around $200 per person. For a family of 4, flights totaled $800. The cruise, with all meals and onboard entertainment included, was about $500 per person or $2,000 for a family of 4. There was always something to do between beach days, swimming pools, and nightly shows. At around $2,800, it was one of the pricier vacations, but everything was included, and every day felt like paradise. Today, travel looks a bit different. Road trips have made a big comeback, and Airbnb has opened the door to unique, homey stays. A family driving from Los Angeles to Sedona, Arizona might spend about $100 on gas and around $1,050 for a cozy desert Airbnb for the week. They mix meals at home with fun restaurant visits, spending about $300 on food. Days are spent exploring free hiking trails, browsing local art galleries, and enjoying a Jeep tour through the Red Rocks. adding up to about $500 for entertainment. It totals close to $1,950, offering comfort and adventure in a beautiful setting. Across the decades, vacations have changed. Roadside diners in the 50s, theme parks in the 80s, big cities in the 90s, and cruises and Airbnbs in the 2000s and beyond. But one thing has never changed: the memories made together. Family vacations have always been about joy, wonder, and connection. Whether under the stars or in front of Cinderella's castle, with sandy toes or snowy boots. Because while prices rise and places change, the memories, they last forever. Comment below and tell me where you went on your last trip, or where you hope to go on your next vacation.